Morning, everybody. What I'm working on this week is repairing this giant rotted area. You can see all of the just the rot everywhere. There's literally a giant hole right there, and I have visited a car out in the woods and cut some pieces off of it. I cut this off of it. This is a lower passenger side door jamb. You can see down there in the bottom, and that's what I'm repairing today. I'll show you a little more. Lo and behold, can you believe it? Underneath that panel is more rust. Shocking, huh? Alright, here's my old rusted piece from the door jamb. I'm going to deconstruct it and cut that piece off of the back. Trim the rust off of the bottom, straighten things out, sandblast it, and I should have a new usable part. Alright, so I have removed the piece off of the back, and you can see that this piece here is decent, but I mean that's really about it. It's not perfect. It cleaned up nicely in the sandblaster. You only had two spot welds to remove right there and then one over here, and so when I go to put this up and graft it into the car, what it's going to basically allow me to fix is, this hole here, this seam hole here, all across here, and then it's basically going to end right here at the same place. So I'm still going to have to custom fab everything from, down in here, up, turn that curve, and then lead into that, so there's still a lot of work to be done. But there's no doubt that this little piece I cut out from that junk car in the field is definitely going to help. Alrighty, I'm doing my sandblasting out here. Get my tarp down to try and collect my media. As I'm sitting here doing this, you can see that it's opening up additional spots that'll have to be addressed. Really tells the story of what the metal's really like under there, so got a lot of repair to do. I've gone ahead and blasted all up in here, just trying to make sure if there's anything else that I need to address. I'm also doing all up inside of the cowl, because once I make the patch that's going to go in place here, I'm obviously going to be covering it forever. So naturally, this is the time to sandblast it and prime it. So, that's what I got going on. Hey everybody, today is Friday, September the 13th, 2019, and I've been out here working for about 4 more hours on this damn door jamb. And here's what I got so far. Been rebuilding the door jamb. You can see down there. I'll tell you what, let me move the camera here a little bit. So I've fabricated 3 pieces of steel up in here. You have a base piece that goes across right here, this piece, and then you've also got another one that runs up and down in here. This was chewed up pretty good, this was chewed up, and then that flat piece was just literally gone. So, I have put all those in there. I thought about cutting everything out and then trying to refab it, but I was afraid that I might lose some of the originality in terms of the location of the hinge. Where it mounted. Did not want to do that, so since everything here is going to be completely covered, it was really just a matter of trying to make sure that it was strong, not so much that it's pretty. So I went in and just did a lot of bracing and fabricating inside. So that's what I've done. Next up, time to put the cover on that I stole from that other car and do the outside work. Good God, a lot of time spent rebuilding a door jamb. I'll show you the next bit as soon as I do it. Good morning, everybody. It is the morning of Sunday, September the 15th, and I'm back to working on Project Redline. I'm working again on the piece that I'm fixing to weld in for the door hinge. And when I cut this piece out of that other car, I wasn't happy with the rust that I found on the back side. And so everywhere that there was a substantial divot in that piece, I went in there and filled it in with weld. So just trying to make sure that this piece is solid before I run off and weld it in. So now it's time to grind it down. Alrighty, I have welded the new piece in, and of course got to build everything now from here on down to about here. So I've got more to do, but I've got the new piece in. I'm tired and I quit. Alright, September the 19th, and I am back at it. I have fabbed this piece to go in there, kind of contoured everything. I'll hammer it in a little bit straighter as I weld it in. I'll put a couple of plug welds right there to tie it into the rocker. And let's see here. Let's see if I can push it out at all. Get out of there. There we go. Good golly. Yeah, that is a good fit. So I've blasted it. I've put on weld through primer on the back side. I've done weld through primer all up in here where I'm fixing to cover it up. Time to put the new piece on. Alright folks, here is the repaired door jamb. It's undoubtedly going to need a little bit of body filler for some divots here and there. Straighten things out a bit so it'll be pretty, but it's solid. It's good to go. Alright everybody, that's it. I think it's taken me probably 2 weeks, maybe 3, I don't know. I've kind of lost count, to rebuild this lower jamb. Thank God the upper jamb up here is in good shape, because the lower one just looked like a bag of shit. And anyways, I have rebuilt the jamb. It's good to go. I'd like to say thanks to my sponsors, Compressed Air and Michelob, for sticking with me through these hard times rebuilding this jamb. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe if you want to see some more of Project Redline. Y'all have a good one.